Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I do my nails and I save money. First of all, I'm not a professional, so please don't, take this the wrong way. This is how I do my nails and save money. So the first thing I do is use the Sally Hansen cuticle remover, and I'll leave this on for about 15 to 30 seconds. And I'll take this little tool right here and I'll remove all the dead skin from the cuticles, because if you still have skin on there, the acrylic would lift and your nails would not last as long. Okay guys, so here I'm removing that, the cuticle gel, and after I do that, I will be taking this cuticle pusher to push back the cuticles, because when I put on the nail, I'm putting that right into the cuticle. So I'm taking this cuticle cutter and I will be cutting away all the dead skin that the gel didn't get. Like I said before, I'm not a professional, so please guys, take your time and be careful. I got this idea from this YouTuber that I love so much. Her name is Savannah Sylver. I will link the channel below and the video that taught me how to do this. I'm using this drill that I got from Amazon for like $10. And I'm just going to remove the top, layer of my nails, make it nice and rough so the primer and the acrylic could adhere better to the nail, making the nails last a lot longer. When I do this, my nails usually last, the longest that they ever last is a month, and that's because I took them off and I was trying to, do a new set. So I'm taking this little buffer and I'm just going to buff out some more, because I'm being extra right now. But yeah, so I'm gonna buff that out. And here are the nails that I'm using. I got this from Amazon for like $10. They're the H&C nails. I think they're the stiletto tips. And yeah, 500 nails for like $10. You can't beat that. And this is how they look. And the reason why I use these nails is because, I could literally just cut the tip off and I could either round it off and have oval nails, or I could have, I could leave them the way they are and have the tips or whatever, the stiletto tips, or I can make them square. So this is how they come, and they come in these little bags and they're numbered. And I just, put the ones that I'm going to need to the side. So basically the way it works is just I use acrylic as, the glue. The glue, these little cheap glues that you buy at Walmart, never works. So I'm using the Tammy Taylor primer, as well as the Tammy Taylor nail powder in clear. And I will be also using the Tammy Taylor liquid adhesion. And I got all these products from Amazon. I think I paid like $60 for all this. So, $60 is like a set of one pair of nails. So, hey, I'm saving money. So I'm using this brush, and I got this from Sally's. And it's the 3-in-1, worldwide, I think, saddle hair brush. You guys don't judge me, I'm being ratchet. I'm putting the liquid inside the cap of, the bottle. And I'm going to open the acrylic up. And the first thing I'm going to do is basically wet the brush and dry the excess on the napkin. And that's why I have the napkin on the desk, because you'll see throughout the video that I wipe the excess on the actual napkin. Okay, so I'm going to take my Tammy Taylor nail primer and I'm going to put that on the actual nail. And that's why, I go ahead and rough up the nails with the drill and the buff, so the primer and the acrylic could really stick to the nail and your nails will really last a really long time. I'm telling you guys, this has saved me so much money. I've been doing this for the past, I think, 5 months, and I have not gone to a nail salon, and I get a lot of compliments on my nails as well. So I'm gonna dip the brush into the liquid and then take the brush and dip it into the powder. And as you can tell, when the liquid touches the powder, it turns into like a little ball, and I will place that ball on top of the nail just like this. And sometimes I don't measure too well and I put too much. If you put too much of the acrylic, just go ahead and take some of that off and wipe it on the napkin. After I do that, I let it set for a little bit, and I put the nail down, push it into my natural nail, and then push it up. And this will I guess put the nails together. And if anything oozes out the bottom or the side, just wipe it off. So here we are. I'm gonna show you once again. You put the primer on there, you dip your brush into the liquid and then dip the, the brush into the powder. And like I said before, guys, I'm not a professional. I'm just letting you guys know I do this just to save money, and it really does help. These nails last me a long time. And let me know if you try it. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I color the nails, so stay tuned for that. And as you can tell, I put the, the acrylic on the nail, and I'm going to push down on the, on the nail, and then I'm going to slide it up. And like I said, if you have anything extra that's coming out from the top of the sides, just take your little tool and, remove it. I'm going to show you that one more time. It's pretty easy, guys. Basically, like I said earlier, I'm using the acrylic as the adhesive because the adhesives that you buy like at Sally and at Walmart, they don't really work. Those never work, and they literally fall off the same day. And then when I saw Savannah's video, I was like, she's a genius. Like, I have to try this. And ever since I saw that video, this is the way I've been doing my nails, and they last a very long time, just like regular acrylic, and they're super strong. So yeah, I dropped the acrylic on the nail, I let it set for a little bit, and then I pick up the nail and I'm gonna push it down on my, on my regular nail, and then push it up. So you see down, and I slide it up. Hopefully you saw that. So yeah, guys, that's how they look. You can, like I said, you can leave them like this, but I can't function with these long nails. So I'm going to take my little tool that I got at Amazon for $1. And I'm literally just going to cut the tip of the nail. And once I cut the tip, you'll see in the next clip that it gives you a whole different shape. You see right now they're like stilettos. And I cut the tip twice, and it's going to give you more of a narrow shape. More like, like a coffin shape. So that's how they look. And if you want to make them even more narrow, take your file, and file them down. Here I'm just measuring to make sure they're all the same length, and one is not longer than the other. And here I'm taking the file and I'm going to file them down to make sure they all have the same shape and they're all the same length. And I do this with every single of my nails. So yeah, guys, that's a finishing look, or how I do my nails. Let me know if you guys want to see the other ways that I do my nails, because I have different ways. Stay tuned for my next video, and I'm going to show you guys how I painted them and designed them. And thanks so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Bye.